The Fourtitude gas tanks do represent some new thinking, starting with the clear plastic, super lightweight but surprisingly strong tank itself. Even when it's full of gasoline, it's easy to see that the clunk is still in the right place. And these tanks come fully assembled and sealed up just like this, so all you do is run the external fuel lines. All of the fittings have good sized barbs on them that do a great job at retaining the fuel lines. I know the fuel lines are going to stay put, but my old school is hanging out and I put tie wraps on them to secure them anyway. And right now some of you are looking at this clunk and worried about its position. Fourtitude does this intentionally because any fuel line, when it's exposed to gasoline, is going to expand a little bit, and they want this to stay away from the rear of the tank. The other reason I don't worry about the length too much is this sponge-like pickup. It really does suck up all the gas in the tank, even when the gas is just sloshing back and forth by it. I accidentally ran one of these tanks dry, and it really was dry. The only gas was in there was just enough to wet the sides. And all of these tanks come with the foam padding and Velcro straps for mounting them. Fourtitude also offers gas and smoke tank combinations that come mounted on a tray that makes installing them even easier yet. I just can't have a gas line that's too secure, so I add these little tie wraps to the fittings just to be sure. And that's even though I've never even heard of anybody that's had a line come off of one of these fittings. The overall shape of the Fourtitude tanks makes it easy to install them in just about any kind of aircraft. This is my AeroWorks 30cc Extra 260 Freestyle, and I've got plenty of room in here for a 16-ounce tank and a throttle servo and without moving anything in the bay. And that leaves plenty of room for routing all the lines so they're easy to get at and easy to check later on if I need to. I've been flying this tank for most of a season now, and I haven't done anything but just keep filling it up and flying it. And I like that kind of maintenance schedule. I want to fly, I don't want to work on things. All of that's nice, but it's what they do in the air that really counts. I like my planes to be pretty active in the sky, and the Fourtitude tanks do a good job of keeping the fuel coming to the carburetor. The only fuel problem I've ever had with the Fourtitude tanks is me not remembering to fill it up in between flights. If you don't put gas in, they will run out of fuel. But through everything else I can think of in the air, they pretty much don't care what you're doing. And that means we get to land when we want to with the motor running, and we get to fly again that day.